Hello, y'all. It's me again. Off to read you some Romans. So today I'm just going to focus on some Bible scriptures again. Um, if this triggers Muslims, well, you're not really a Muslim. Um, I say there's plenty of wisdom in Jesus Christ, and you don't necessarily. The Trinity is a necessary belief. I think Trinity does lead to idol worship. I'll get into that a little bit. But I'm just going to go right into it. And I'll read you Romans 1, verses 18 to 23. Here we go. But God's angry displeasure erupts as acts of human mistrust and wrongdoing and lying accumulate, as people try to put a shroud over truth. But the basic reality of God is plain enough. Open your eyes, and there it is. By taking a long and thoughtful look at what God has created, people have always been able to see what their eyes as such can't see. Eternal power, for instance, and the mystery of the divine being. So nobody has a good excuse. What happens was this. People knew God perfectly well. But when they didn't treat him like God, refusing to worship him, they trivialized themselves into silliness and confusion so that there was neither sense nor direction left in their lives. They pretended to know it all, but were illiterate regarding life. They traded the glory of God, who holds the whole world in his hands, for cheap figurines you can buy at any roadside stand. So God said in effect, if that's what you want, that's what you get. It wasn't long before they were living in a pig pen, smeared with filth, filthy inside and out. And all this because they traded the true God for a fake God, and worshiped the God they made instead of the God who made them. I'll repeat that again. They worshiped the God they made instead of the God who made them. The God we bless. The God who blesses us. Oh yes. Worse followed. Refusing to know God, they soon didn't know how to be human either. Women didn't know how to be women. Men didn't know how to be men. Sexually confused, they abused and defiled one another. Women with women, men with men, all lust, no love. And then they paid for it. Oh, how they paid for it. Empty of God and love, godless and loveless wretches. Since they didn't bother to acknowledge God, God quit bothering them and let them run loose. And then all hell broke loose. Rampant evil, grabbing and grasping, vicious backstabbing. They made life hell on earth with their envy, wotan killing, bickering, and cheating. Look at them, mean-spirited, venomous, fork-tongued bashers, bullies, swaggerers, insufferable windbags. They kept inventing new ways of wrecking lives. They ditch their parents when they get in the way, stupid, slimy, cruel, and cold-blooded. And it's not as if they don't know better. They know perfectly well they're spitting in God's face, and they don't care. Worse, they hand out prizes to those who do the worst things best. So there you go. There's Romans 18 to 23, section 1. Hope you learned something. It's kind of an eye-opener. But we remember in these times, a lot of people are trying to tailor their message in order not to offend people. But it's plainly right there. You can pretend you know God. You can manipulate his message. But that's only leads you to a downward spiral. And I think that's the thing. We lack principles these days. It's all about status, how much money you have, what TV show you have, what podcast you have. It goes deep, my friend. Deeper than we can ever imagine. It's a dark, dark road, but there's salvation. Amen. Thank you.